Hi, my name is RuneScape, and I've never really been much of a high-level player when it comes to old-school RuneScape, and frankly, I've never really been too interested in that part of the game. However, this mindset does have its downside, and some of the best items and cosmetics are locked behind the hardest challenges in the game. And a lot of these items are really game-changing, so I guess in this video, it is time for me to get good. On the 1st of June 2017, Jagex released the Inferno, which at the time was by far the most difficult content to ever grace the game. To complete it, the player has to fight through 69 grueling waves of monsters, ending with the iconic Suck final boss fight. Now, a first-time completion run can easily last up to 2 hours, where one mistake can end the run instantly, forcing you to start all over again. But all of that is worth it, as the reward for completing this challenge is the coveted Infernal Cape. The best in-slot melee cape in the entire game and a must-have for all endgame players. And I admit, I have been putting this off for a very long time, and every video I post with a fire cape on my back, I get memed on hard for being a cheese caper, but today is the day we are finally conquering the Inferno. Now, this is the gear and setup inventory we're going to use for this grind. Maybe I will rearrange some of the potions we're going to be bringing, but most importantly of all, we have the new prayer regeneration potions. These restore prayer over time and makes flicking way less of a requirement to actually complete the Inferno, and are absolutely a game changer. My first course of action was to import a bunch of these tile markers that should help me with the Inferno. Now, I don't really know what they all do right now, I only know a few of them, and I think this is a good time to say that every guide that I'll use during this video will also be in the description. Another super useful plugin that I'm going to use is the Tsar HP Tracker. As you can see right now, they have a green HP bar over their head, but as soon as they're registered to be dead, it turns red. So if you have to run out quickly to hit something and then run back behind the pillar, you know if you actually killed it or not before the hit actually lands. Something you will have to learn when doing the Inferno is how big every single NPC is and how you can safe spot them on the pillar. And that's why I mark every single NPC so you can see this blue square around them. That's actually to show how big the NPC is counted in the game, so I can easily get it stuck on the pillar. And on that note as well, I think I figured out this green pillar. It's actually used to safe spot the melee. So if I stand here, it digs, and then walk over to this one, you can now see that it actually can't reach me because of how big it is. I don't want to make this a guide, so I'm not going to go through every single mechanic of every single NPC, but I do want to say that these blobs are probably going to be my downfall. I'm very bad at prayer flicking, and these NPCs are basically made for you to prayer flick. But I guess that's why we're doing this. We're doing this to improve, and hopefully over time I will get this down. Oh god, this seems like kind of an annoying spawn, and this is kind of what I was talking about, I guess, when you have both blobs on you and a ranger at the same time, and I have to just wait here and wait for the other blob to actually come closer. And that way I can isolate and only fight one, and I just one-shot them. But yeah, that is definitely when it becomes a bit more difficult. Okay, we actually made it to wave 35 after I killed this Nibbler on our first run, and we still have a lot of supplies left. This is where we fight the first majors, and there we go. It's on the other side of the pillar, and for these ones, you definitely need to pray magic, because these guys can hit you up to 70 damage, so these are really scary to fight, but luckily the Twisted Bow is insanely good at these. And not only do they hit like a truck, they also can re-summon NPCs that you've already killed in this wave. So ideally, you should kill the major first, but if you can't, then you will have to just deal with it in some cases. Oh my god, 42! I think that's like his max hit pretty much, and these guys are not even that accurate, so that was kind of unlucky, but how do I solve this now? I guess I just have to tank these ranged guys and just tank the melee, but yeah, I could have died, I think. You know what? Honestly, I don't know really how to deal with this. We have a major and a ranger stacked upon each other. I'm pretty sure this is a very common thing you will have to learn how to deal with, but right now I watched a couple of guides, but I still don't really understand. Okay, well, 62, I guess that's the end of the run for me. Yeah, that's something I will have to learn how to deal with, but we made it to wave 50 on attempt 1. I mean, I can't complain, that's really good. But back in again we go. Wave 31, which is the next one, is actually known to be one of the more difficult waves in the early stages, because that's when you get two of the blobs and the ranger at the same time. And really, depending on the spawns here, for me personally, it gets easier or harder. For me, on this spawn, it was really hard, because I got both of the blobs on one side, and then the meleeer on that side as well, and a ranger on the opposite side, and I had really no idea where to go. And this is where one tick flicking between magic and range spray is the way to go, because then you can protect against both the ranger and all the blobs at the same time. But doing that is honestly extremely difficult, and I'd rather just try to safe spot them. I actually have to go AFK right now for like 10 minutes, but luckily I've safe spotted a guy and I have the prayer regeneration potion going. And I'm at 14 prayer right now, so I want to see how much prayer I have when I come back. Okay, we are back and we have 60 prayer points. That is why the prayer regeneration potions are insanely good. And we are back, baby, to wave 50 again. So let's see if we plank this time or not. Oh, those spawns are so good. That is so easy. Just have to kill the major now and then the ranger, and we have a new personal best. Okay, we're on wave 58 actually, and after watching extensive amounts of videos on this, I think I know how to do this. Yeah, it worked actually. So the way you do it is you walk out praying ranged on the right side, and then swap to magic right away, and they will actually be off tick, so you can just flick between them, and it's actually very easy to deal with. Hold on a minute here. I'm on wave 63, and the next one seems to be kind of an easy wave actually, and after that it's the double major, which is a free wave, so we might actually be making it to Jads on our second attempt. That is wild. Now obviously this is a failed run regardless, because have a look at my supplies. I have one sip of Saradomin brew and one restore left, but hey, if I can get to Jad already on my second attempt, that is really motivating. You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not supposed to just be running around and kiting the healers all the time, but if it's working, okay? So let's have a moment here to talk about the triple Jads. Of course, they never attack you at the same time, they only attack you one after the other. So it's basically just like doing one Jad, it just goes way quicker. But I actually died here because I ran out of prayer, and that's kind of a good sign to me, because that means at least I don't die if I have the supplies. This is such a good clip to show you guys. So I have the blob stacked with the ranger right now. So in my mind, I had it that I needed to run out and just kill the ranger first. I should have attacked the blob first, but I attacked on the left side instead of the right one. And then they both attack you at the same time, and I get absolutely annihilated. So when doing that double stack, you have to go out on the right side. No! Oh my god. No way I actually died to that. I was brewed down. No, I tried to cast the blood barrage, but I had too low magic level. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, honestly, I should go to bed. I've done this like 5 attempts today, and every run is quite long, so I'm getting brain fried at this point. Oh my god. No, please, don't kill me. I'm 1 HP. Oh, I think I missed the flick there. I think I have them now, but oh my god, I should have died. I should have died. I'm so lucky. Supplies looking a lot better actually on wave 61, but that would have been very tragic to die there. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Wave 66 coming, the 2 majors, and then we have Jads, and look at my supplies. We might actually have a chance to get to suck for the first time. And that is the first Jad down. Triple Jads coming up. Alright, we got the first one down, and I think at this point it's pretty much GG. I think I've got it, because 2 of them is very easy. It seems like they're very slow. And that's it, the final hit. It took us 8 attempts, but we are finally at Suck. One of the main mechanics when fighting Suck is that you have to stand behind the shield at all times, rotating from left to right and then right to left again on the arena. If you move a bit too early or too late, you can get hit by a massive lava ball that can hit you for 148 max hit. So it's safe to say that if you do get hit by this, there is a very high chance that you die. Okay, I messed up big time, but I guess it's all a learning experience. You are supposed to tag the ranger first here so they stop attacking the shield, kill it really quickly, and then tag the mage. But yeah, I'm dead. That's what happens. But we go again. No! My pillar got destroyed! Oh my god. Okay, well, we got to wave 63. and I think consistently we should be able to get there, so it's looking good so far. I just have to learn how to do suck correctly, and I should be able to get there consistently soon. And how right I was, because on the attempt after, we made it to suck once again. Okay, this time I'm not gonna mess up. I'm going to attack the ranger first, and the best course of action to do here is to actually double blowpipe spec it with the rigger on and just hope that I actually kill it. So let's send it. Have to wait for the shield a bit. 4 XP drop, no way. 72, that is so bad. There's no way I'm killing this in time. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I literally just have to wait now for the shield to come back, and hopefully I can kill it in time with a twisted bow. And then tag the major before... Dude, my shield is almost dead. No way, dude. I'm getting the worst hits ever. How can I not kill it? Okay, it's dead. Can I even run out here? Oh my god, no way. Oh, I tagged that. I tagged that. Okay. No! That is devastating. If I just had good DPS on the ranger... and I killed it in time and I tagged the major, I would have actually finished it there. Okay, so we're back on wave 53 on another run here, but I am in a very bad spot. I have them all stacked in a way that I actually don't really know how to solve it, and I'm only at 4 HP. And I don't want to just drink like 2 full Saradomin brews. So I'm just gonna wait here for my health to regen and then try to swap pillar and see if we live. Okay, I literally had to wait like 50 minutes, but we're now full HP. So let's go ahead, pray magic, run all the way over here, and we have not really taking any damage at all. Okay, well, I actually almost could have just run instantly when I had 4 HP. I took 5 damage overall. That's crazy. But that's why it's pretty good to have this tanky gear here. That was just such a dumb mistake, but I've been playing for so long today, I think I need another break. It's always so devastating spending like over an hour in there and then just die. After the last clip, I did head to bed because I was super fried and I had been sending attempts the entire day. And it was actually attempt number 11, and this one I'm on right now, where I'm about to get to suck, was attempt number 12, and the first one of the day after. Alright, we have another suck attempt on our hands. Let's see if we can do it this time. All I want is to kill the ranger in time, so I don't have to die to the shield getting destroyed in the beginning. Oh, please don't spawn now. The shield is in such a bad spot. I don't even know if I will be able to tag it in time, actually. Dude, my blowpipe specs have been so cursed. What is this? Okay, we got it. We got it. The shield is not looking great in HP, but at least we didn't die. Alright, boss is 600 HP. Time to kill the major, and DPS is down to like 450 something, I believe, and then we have to deal with Jad. There he is. All I have to do now is make sure to actually follow the shield, as just prey flicking one Jad should be very easy. The minions are kind of easy to deal with. As far as I know, I just have to blood barrage them and they should all be on me instantly. There they are. I'm definitely gonna wait a bit though for the shield to move a bit forward. Okay, it should be good enough. Let's see if I can barrage them. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay, good. Okay, that was a massive last hit on Jad. We got it down. Okay, now we only have the healers left. And if I screw that up, then we will have another set of mages and rangers as well, but... it's my first time here, so I'm kind of nervous. I might actually screw it up. There they are. Actually pretty good spot. Now I just have to tag all of them. I don't have to kill them immediately. Just have to make sure I tag as many of them as possible. Dude, the boss is getting healed so much, dude. I don't know how to even tag them all in time. Oh, it's almost 700 HP. No. Okay. I think I tagged them all. 708. That's really bad. After I kill these, I have to DPS the boss down before the next set, and 700 HP, it seems rough. Alright, down to the last one. Hopefully I don't die here. I still have 3 sips of Saradomin brew left. Okay. Well, we made it. Oh my god, dude, this is so nerve-wracking. And now we have to DPS down 700 HP before the next set. I don't have any timers. I don't really know when that is, but I guess it's Bastion potion time and just sending the DPS. Come on, dude. 65 HP. I have no idea when the set is supposed to be spawning, but it should be very soon, honestly. Come on, dude. Just, that's one... No way. No, the set spawned. Yes! Let's go! That's the Infernal Cape. The first big challenge of this video completed. That was such... Oh, it looks so good. That was such a grueling grind because, I mean, every attempt is just so long. It's like 2 hours for that run, and I mean, you usually die like an hour into the run, and it's so devastating running it back every time. But it's done. We have the Infernal Cape. The second challenge on the chopping block is the Fortis Colosseum. Released in March 20th, 2024, the Colosseum was aiming to be a more fast-paced and intense but shorter in overall length version of the Inferno, and it definitely delivered. With only 12 waves instead of 69, ending with a Sol Heredit fight, this intense challenge will test my quick thinking skills on a whole new level. If you manage to fight off the final boss, you are awarded with a Dizana's Quiver, the best in slot ranged cape which allows you to hold 2 types of ammunition at once. And the best part is, the Colosseum is mostly done with melee. And that is why I wanted to do the Inferno first, because that means the Infernal Cape will go to great use. This is going to be the gear setup we're starting off with, but it's going to change quite a lot as I go further and further and learn more about the Colosseum. Starting off with a bunch more Saradomin brews and restores than I probably need, because later on Sol I do need a Dragon Warhammer, but because I'm not getting there right now, I'm just bringing more supplies. But let's quickly go over all the NPCs we're going to be fighting in the Colosseum. First off, we have the Warband, consisting of a Berserker, Archer, and Seer, each attacking with 1 combat style each. These are the first NPCs you will have to deal with every single wave. We then have the Serpent Shaman, which only attacks with magic, but becomes kind of scary for me because I have very low magic defense. The Jaguar Warrior is an NPC that only spawns after 40 seconds in some waves as a special reinforcement NPC. This one only attacks with melee, but has an insane max hit of 141, divided in 3 individual hits. The Javelin Colossus attacks you only with ranged, but every 5th attack it throws a javelin in the air that a couple of ticks later land on the player and has to be moved away from. And the Shockwave Colossus is very similar to the Javelin Colossus, except it only attacks with magic and has no special javelin attack. It's very much a glass cannon NPC with a max hit of 56 but very low defense. We then have the Manticore, which attacks with all 3 combat styles, and the order of these attacks are indicated by the color of the orbs above its head. In the clip you're seeing right now, it's going to attack me with ranged, magic, and then finally melee. And this rotates on a 5-tick cycle. We then have the Minotaur Reinforcement NPC, which comes in at wave 7 and beyond, instead of the Jaguar Warrior. This one attacks with melee with a massive max hit of 74, but also heals nearby NPCs, and usually has to be dealt with first off before you can kill anything else. And of course, we finally have Sol Heredit, the final boss of the Colosseum. To get myself a beginning base, I did import a bunch of these tile markers from No Monkey, one of the best players in the game. I only know what like 2 or 3 of them do right now, but at least it's a base to begin with. And the first run I want to do, I actually just want to mostly mark enemies so I can clearly see them with the RuneLight client. One of the most important NPCs we need to mark is the Fremenic Berserker. You always kill this one first with magic. It takes 2 hits with the Sanguinesti staff, because this guy can hit up to 29 damage, which is not going to be very fun in the later waves to get hit by. And of course, the reason why we're marking them, just like the Inferno, is just to see the size of every NPC, because this again is a challenge where you have to stay on a pillar the entire time. Now, the special thing about the Colosseum is that between every wave you have to pick one modifier that makes the whole run more difficult. And there's definitely an idea of harder and easier modifiers, and there's some that are just run killers instantly if you get. I do have a rough idea of which ones are good and which ones are bad, but most of the time you will get some bad and some good. I have the Manti Mayhem modifier on, which makes every single ball shoot twice, but at the same time, so it shouldn't make it any harder to flick, but this is the first time I'm trying this out, so let's see. Magic ranged melee. Hey, that's not too difficult, but just on its own, I guess it's very easy. But if you have like a ranger or a major hitting you at the same time, and you have to kind of get them in tick, or you have to get them off tick, depending on the situation, I can imagine this being pretty difficult. Oh my god, okay, that's some damage. Yeah, first death coming in. And we are back to wave 5 again on attempt number 2, and let's see if we can actually manage it this time. Never mind, we could not. You know, honestly, I thought I would run through a bunch of my supplies just doing the first waves because I mess up so much, but that's not really how the Colosseum seems to work. It seems to be either that you just get annihilated because you mess up the stacks and you just die, and besides that, you don't really take too much damage or drain too much prayer. So I think I'm actually just going to increase my damage a bit by bringing Thralls and just bank 2 potions. Oh, what an incredible spawn. Both the Manticore and the Ranger on the other side of the pillar. This is probably going to be the first time I actually get past wave 5. And now if I just run around the corner here, I can actually just kill the Manticore. Oh, that is so beautiful. All right, let's see how fast I die on wave 6, my new personal best. And there we go. That did not take too long at all. I definitely messed up the stack there, but hey, new personal best. So this is some post commentary over a clip I needed to show you guys to show you how fast you get punished if you mess something up. I saw the Shaman coming around the corner and I don't want to flick magic and ranged at the same time, and I ran straight into the Manticore and did not prayer flick it, and there it is. I'm just dead instantly. In the Inferno, I did not need that much prayer flicking, honestly, but here it's the complete opposite. Oh shit, I should definitely pray magic against that. First time I'm here, I blame it on inexperience, okay? Look at that guy, dude. First Minotaur, what an absolute chonker. Okay, we are so dead right now, but you know what? Wave 8. We progressed from wave 6 all the way to wave 8 in one attempt. That is some good progress. Only 3 more waves to learn after this one, and we're actually at the final boss. And by the way, just getting that far, I am already at 17 deaths, which is more than I had completing the entire Inferno. But obviously these 17 runs have been way quicker than any Inferno run. No! Oh my god, I died to 10 stacks of Doom. And that is a modifier where if you get hit 10 times in one wave, you're just instantly dead. But I was on wave 9 and I had that solved. I would get to wave 10. So unfortunate. Things are actually going to start getting really expensive now because we have actually completed over 100 waves. That now means the deaths are not 125k, it's 500k. So even though we are still a noob, we have lost our noob protection when it comes to death costs. You know, as I died in this clip, I honestly had no idea where I could have went because I was getting overwhelmed from every angle, but looking at it now, I could have just stayed here at the Manticore and the Serpent Shaman because they were off tick. And being able to think quickly in these moments and being able to find where I can safe spot the NPCs is how you actually complete the Colosseum, so it's something I have to improve on. We have our first unique. That's actually one of the better ones as well. I'm definitely going to tap out if I can actually complete this next wave. Wave 6 is a difficult one, so hopefully I can complete it and claim it. First chest we're actually looting as well. That's kind of exciting. So there we go. 9,065,000 and a collection log slot as well. This item actually looks sick. It looks like Vesta kind of from PKing. And it gives a +8 prayer bonus and some decent defense bonus as well, actually. You know, a lot of people do discuss which one is the hardest, the Colosseum or Inferno, and which one should you do first. Of course, I haven't completed the Colosseum yet, but from completing the Inferno and doing up to wave 10 in the Colosseum, I feel like I can safely say, as someone who is not very experienced with high tier PVMing, that the Inferno is a lot easier than the Colosseum. Because in the Inferno, you usually have a lot more time to really think about what you want to do before you do it. And if you do mess something up, it's not honestly the biggest deal. The main problem with the Inferno is that it takes so long to complete that it's really just down to nerves at the end. And it's really draining mentally because if you spend 1.5 hours in a run and then you just die, it feels really harsh going back into it again. But with the Colosseum, you can get so many more runs in, but it's way more explosive. And I feel like that explosivity, if you're not experienced and you don't really know how to do things quickly, will get really frustrating and very difficult to deal with. So just from going to wave 10 and practicing this for roughly 2 days now, I feel like I've improved as a player like 10 times more than I did from completing the Inferno. So which one you want to do first is really up to you, but I would recommend the Inferno. Or you can do the Colosseum first and have the hard thing done first and then do the Inferno and have a way easier time. Yo, we got nerd logged. Are you kidding me? That's actually gonna cancel my run, I think. It's not like the Inferno where you actually can just start from where you logged out. Yup, that's a reset. We've been sending runs like crazy today. I have spent the entire day doing attempts and using the southwestern pillar, and I had a terrible time today. I pretty much got stuck on wave 6 or wave 9 every time. And on my first attempt, I'm now trying the northern pillar. We're already on wave 10, but okay, I think I'm actually dead here, but that's fine. I can just take this death because in one attempt, I already made better progress on the northern pillar than the entire day of the southern one. Dude, this is it. The northern pillar is the way to go. Oh my god, we finally made it past wave 10. The next wave is actually the final wave before the last boss, but My invocations are honestly absolutely horrendous, so I actually don't know if I can even complete the last one, but it's nice to even get here. Yep, I'm dead. Well, it wasn't even close, but I definitely am very happy once again that I managed to make it to the last wave. Oh, those are some terrible modifiers, but we have our second unique coming up here, the Echo Crystal, so let's go ahead and claim that. I don't want to continue this run anyways, even though 3 million is not a massive thing to put on the line. It's one of the more common uniques, so actually kind of surprised it took a while to get it, but there we go, another collection log slot. So it's been about 2.5 days of sending Colosseum attempts every single day, the entire day. And it's actually really demotivating how difficult this is. And when I say demotivating, the way that I mean that is it's actually kind of fun to do the challenge, but I don't really feel like I'm progressing because it's so difficult. Of course, I am getting back to wave 10 pretty consistently, but when I get there, I just usually instantly die. And doing that for an entire day is just so rough, man. And on top of that, the death costs are kind of rough. 500k every death, and on top of that, you have to charge your Blood Amulet of Fury and your Scythe of Vitter. And I'm only at 5 million cash right now, so I actually had to sell a bunch of my pretty valuable items just to have enough money to rebuy everything that I need and keep paying my death costs. Oh my god, what am I doing? I'm dying on wave 4 to a Manticore. Is this my life now? This is what I signed up for. Getting good at RuneScape definitely has its mental strains, I'll tell you that. Yo, I actually think this is the first time we're making it to Sol. Just looking at this wave, I got so lucky, man. Look at both the Manticores, they're on the other side of the pillar. And I only have a major attacking me right now, so if I just think about this, logically, take my time, I actually think I can solve this and get my first Sol attempt in. Oh man, I needed this more than anything else. Finally, some progress. I actually made it to Sol for the first time. There it is, the quiver. I know I'm gonna die instantly pretty much on Sol. I have pretty good invocations, I would say, for it. There's nothing really that can screw me over. I guess Solar Flare 3 is kind of bad for Sol, but besides that, I think we're good to go. Sol Heredit has a grand total of 5 phases and a lot of different abilities to deal with, so instead of spending 5 minutes explaining every mechanic in detail, I'll only attempt to explain the most important one, which is the Spear Lunge and Shield Slam, which you will have to deal with for the entirety of the fight. There's 4 total patterns you will have to learn, and what pattern you get depends on what Sol's previous attack was. As a baseline, Sol always uses Spear 1 and Shield 1 patterns first. However, if the boss uses the same attack twice in a row, so Shield Slam and then Shield Slam again, the attack forms the second pattern. The fight definitely quickly becomes overwhelming when you mess up one of these attacks, as you kind of get out of cycle and you don't remember what the last ability was. And a lot of the difficulty comes in the other abilities acting in tandem with these basic attacks. So as soon as you mess one thing up, usually everything falls apart. It took me 100 deaths to get my first Sol attempt just to pretty much instantly die. That's kind of crazy. That definitely is kind of crazy. I'm actually finally feeling the progress. I'm on my second Sol attempt, and it took me, I think, like 5 more attempts, maybe 4 to get here, but that's so good. But let's see if we can actually improve on our first attempt. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well, you know what? That's not too bad. I got it down 400 HP. That's at least better than the first one. No shot, I died to Doom! I still had restores and everything, and 688 hit points. Oh, that's some solid progress though. 600 more HP and we have this. Oh my god, I'm out of cycle. I'm so dead. No, come on. Okay, well, we progressed. 500 HP almost. Another unique. Yo, this is 2 in 1 run. I have an Echo Crystal already on the line at 4.9 million loot, but it's wave 10, so this is actually kind of hard. I might die and lose them both. Okay, I did it. We now have 2 uniques to claim then. That's 1 new actual collection log, and then the Echo Crystal is just obviously more money, but I do need the 11 million from all the death costs I'm racking up, so I'll definitely take that. So we now have both the top and the legs of the Sunfire set. Yesterday I had the most dreadful day. I probably sent 6 hours of attempts and I could not even get to Sol once. But today I just woke up and I have already a Sol attempt on my hands, so maybe I just needed to sleep. Okay, we're pretty much on our personal best here. Oh my god, melee prey. Melee prey. And it's below 50%, so I have to wait extra. Oh, got it. Oh, nice. This actually might be it. 400 HP. I couldn't walk back there. That was the line. I had to avoid that. 350. Making sure I'm as safe as I can be. Melee praying. Don't miss the last one. No, come on. Enrage phase. Come on. Please just give me good hits. Please. I don't want to die. Oh my god, it's dead. Yes. Yes, we actually finally did it. Oh my god, this has been probably the most mentally, I've said it before, mentally straining thing I have ever done in RuneScape. 25 minutes and it's done. We have the Disana's quiver uncharged. Of course, we're going to be charging it in a bit. Oh my god. We're done. Second challenge done. As I'm kind of calming down here, I guess it's a good time to have a look at the collection log. We ended up getting 6 out of 9 items, only missing the ranged item and then the Sunfire helmet. But here we are, with the quiver obtained. We now have an item that holds 2 ammo slots and has a special effect where it does a bit of extra damage if you charge it with Sunfire splinters, which I will do later on. I'm kind of nervous to have a look at the scoreboard here to see how many deaths we had, but it is what it is. We got it done. 155 deaths. You know what? I didn't have anyone live coaching me or anything like that. I won't do that for anything in this video. Of course, I did watch guides, and that is different from people who did it in the first days, but I'm still fine with 155. And the absolute last thing we need to do before we're done with this challenge is to actually use an Ava's assembler with Ava and the Disana's quiver, because otherwise it doesn't have the same effect as if you do have the backpack on. So from now on, the quiver will also pick up arrows for me. But with the quiver and infernal cape acquired, we only have one challenge left to do to become the old school RuneScape master I always wanted to be. And that is to obtain the Ancient Blood Ornament Kit, used to create the Sanguine Torva set, also known as Blood Torva. There are no stat benefits to this upgrade as it's purely cosmetic, but having this is proof of great mechanical skill. To get your hands on this, you need to defeat all the 4 Desert Treasure 2 bosses in their awakened form, costing 1 Awakener's Ore per attempt, currently going for over 800,000 GP each. So messing up too much here can quickly become expensive. These fights are short but extremely mechanically intense, where most missteps will instantly kill you. And to begin this grind, we are starting off with Vardorvis. I'm going to be buying 100 Awakener's Orbs to begin with, but overall on this grind I'm probably going to be using more than this. But between every boss I'm going to restock up to 100 again, so we can clearly see how many I use on each one. The Awakened Vardorvis is said to be the second hardest of the bunch, due to its insane mechanical skill requirement closer to the end of its encounter. As the lower HP Vardorvis gets, the faster he keeps using his abilities, resulting in an end phase where every single tick matters and one simple misclick would spell certain death, as the max hit of the axes is 96. Okay, we made it to 780 hit points on our second attempt, but this is definitely the easier part of the fight. I'm really dreading the faster pace of it if I'm struggling now. I've already used so much my food, man, and we are definitely screwing up here. Okay, I'm just gonna teleport out. I probably should have died there even. I think I got hit by an axe and got kind of chanced, but hey, we made it out. At that point, it becomes crazy intense around the 500 HP mark. Around this HP range of Vardorvis, these minions start spawning in pairs and they hit you with magic and ranged projectiles that you have to pray against or they disable your prayer. They shoot their projectiles one tick apart, but you might actually have to move from an axe in the same tick as these projectiles appear. And moving and prayer switching at the same time can be extremely difficult. No! Oh, I thought I clicked that in time, dude. Oh, at this part of the fight, my heart rate's like steadily 150. It's so intense. Vardorvis' attacks has a bit of lifesteal, so when he hits you for any damage at all, he heals himself. And he also hits a small amount of chip damage through prayer. And I was watching Ingus's video when he did all the awakened bosses, and he was actually using Echo Boots here, which has recoil damage in it, which kind of prevents the self-healing from the auto hits. So from now on, we're going to be using that. To show you guys how difficult this boss fight gets around this HP range, I'm just going to let you guys listen and watch this clip. I've actually realized that I'm struggling to both move and prayer switch at the same time. That's really what's killing me at the end. So we're going to be moving our inventory, even though it does look very bad for you guys maybe. I'm going to be moving my inventory up here closer so I can actually quickly access my prayers at the same time as I move. And this small change actually did a world of difference for me. I did end up dying here to a massive screw up. I don't know why I ran out there. But on my first attempt with this change, I got it to 97 hit points. No! No! Oh my god, no, dude. Oh, it's 80 hit points. Man, we're getting so close though. When I recorded this clip, it was actually 4 AM at night. I had been sending attempts the entire day and kind of just getting stuck around 200 hit points every single time. And I was getting very tired, so this was supposed to be the last attempt of the day. Okay, I need to use my Void Waker here soon, because 300 hit points is probably where you want to do that. Okay, this is probably a good time to use it on the special attack. 72, oh, that's so good. No, prayers, please. 56 Void Waker. Oh my god, I might do this. 166 hit points, as long as I don't mess up now. I'm actually getting some good hits. Okay, do this correctly, and 90 hit points, come on! Come on! No! No! Yes! Does that count? Does it count? It counted! It counted! We actually did it! Oh, it's done! Awakened Vardorvis is completed! What a grind. That might have seemed quick to you guys, but I think I used over like 60 orbs on that. Yeah, we actually ended up using 63 orbs for Vardorvis, and I have to say I'm pretty happy with that, knowing that Vardorvis is one of the harder ones. So we're buying back those 63 Awakened orbs, and it's time to get into the second boss, which is going to be the Awakened Duke Sucellus, which is a fight all about movement management, which is why you see all of these marked tiles. You know, one thing that's going to get very annoying quickly, I think, is the preparation phase that you have to do between every single kill. You have to make these 3 potions every time you want to do a kill. And it does take some time, so on the Vardorvis fight I could just walk in straight away and fight the boss, but here I have to do this prep every time. You know, I have all these marked tiles, but I don't really know how they work just yet, so overall I will have to learn as I get there, but let's just send an attempt and see how far we get. Okay, I'm dead, but 559 hit points for my first attempt is kind of crazy, actually. I did not expect to do that well. Yeah, this acid walk is what I need the marked tiles for, and I have no idea how that works right now. I should probably watch a guide on specifically how to use them, because if I don't, I'm gonna die there every time. Oh my god, the poison just comes so suddenly, man. How do I actually react to that? That's so quick. Okay, so I might get poisoned here, and I think I know how to do it now. So let's see, you go here, and then step 1, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, attack, and I think we're doing it, actually. And I took a poison hit there, I should not have done that, but we did it. Okay, that's not that bad. But just because I did it once does not mean I will do it every time, because this is so extremely tight. If you just miss one single tick, you come out of cycle and you don't reach the melee range of the boss in time, which results in the boss shooting a massively high-hitting projectile at you. So doing this tick perfect is extremely important. Depending on the Void Waker hits here, I guess, we might be making it to the Enrage phase. That's a pretty terrible 32. Oh, I guess not, but it's at 20%, so we're definitely getting closer. As the Enrage phase starts, the boss starts attacking one tick quicker, and you also have to deal with this black orb going around in melee range the entire time. The acid walk mechanic also starts one tick earlier, and as the boss attacks quicker, you only have time to walk on tile 1, 2, 3, and then hit the boss. But the Enrage phase is really what I need to learn now, as I feel like I can confidently get there every time. No, we died to the eye mechanic on 17%. At least I'm getting there. I got stacked out by poison. 8%. We're getting so close, man. I can taste the kill already. How do I get an ice special at the same time as the acid walk? How is that even possible? How do I avoid that? Okay, maybe that was just insanely unlucky RNG. How is it not dead? How is it not dead? It's 0%, man! What is happening? You cannot make that up. 0% HP. But only a couple of attempts later. Can I get some good RNG here and not get an acid walk? And we should have this, 1%. Oh, we have an acid walk. Okay, let's see if I can just get one single hit in here. And there we go. Okay, Duke Sucellus Awakened defeated. Not as much hyped over this one because it's not supposed to be as difficult. Vardorvis was definitely way harder to do, but we still used a good amount of orbs here. We ended up using 33 orbs for Duke Sucellus, which we now restocked up to 100 again. So let's jump into the third awakened boss. And that is going to be the Whisperer, which is actually known as the easiest awakened boss. This is all about testing my memory skills, which, to be frank, is not very good. It might look intimidating with all these marked tiles, but trust me, most of these are not really necessary. The first memory mechanic of this fight is the egg phase, where you have to briefly enter the Shadow Realm to see what eggs are lit up. You then have to leave the Shadow Realm as to not lose too much sanity, and then walk on all the eggs that were lit up in the Shadow Realm. There are a few different preset patterns you can get, so learning them all is highly recommended. We then have the pillar phase, where once again we need to enter the Shadow phase to see how much HP each pillar has and assess in what order we need to stand behind them. Moving from the lowest HP pillar to begin with to the highest as 5 pulses of damage erupt from the boss. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea where the last eggs is. My ADHD brain cannot remember anything at all. I've done this like so many times in the normal version, it's actually the same mechanic. I just have the worst memory. Okay, I can't remember if it's this one or the other one. No, I messed up. Okay, well, almost made it. Almost. That was the closest I've ever done on the pillar phase. If I would have stood behind the other pillar, the other one would have survived. Okay, I think I have this now. I think the furthest to the right is the highest HP. So if I just stand here, the last one should live. It does. Okay, there we go. We actually made it for the first time. We'll have to do that like 3 times in one fight. So that's gonna be fun. There's actually a third shadow phase as well, but it's so easy. I haven't mentioned it yet. The boss spawns a bunch of these ghosts in a shadow phase, and all you have to do is just kill the ones that says Sanitas. There are other ways of doing it, but that is just by far the easiest one. I am unironically going to die because I did not bring stamina potions. I guess I know what I'm bringing next time. You know what? Not too bad. 6th attempt, I did go insane here, so we're about to die, but 37%, and I made pretty much no mistakes on the shadow phases. Only reason I went insane is because I messed up a basic attack. No, okay, we're gonna die here, but 8%, we so have this. That's so easy, man. We're on attempt 11, and the final phase is actually known to be very easy. What is going on, guys? I have a tutorial on how to lose an Awakener's Orb the fastest way possible. So first off, you want to click through the boss and die. That's the tutorial. Good luck. The final phase of the encounter is actually so easy. All you have to do is rotate between magic and ranged prayers and then walk away from the tentacles that spawn. I knew it was going to be kind of easy, but not this easy. And that's it. The Awakened Whisperer defeated. 9 minutes and 40-second kill. Definitely a long kill. Let's actually have a look together. Let's see how many orbs I still have. Starting, of course, with 100. We have 83, so I only used 17 orbs for the Whisperer. But finally, we have arrived at the final challenge of this entire video. And I've saved the most insane boss for last. The Awakened Leviathan. This is widely regarded as the hardest Awakened boss with a final phase that strikes horror in even the most experienced players. And just like the Whisperer, we have imported an unholy amount of tiles, and this time actually pretty much all of them are used. So actually learning how to use all of them will probably take a while. One of the main mechanics of the fight requires you to place rocks on these black marked tiles. In this clip I actually messed up the movement timing, but the end result was correct anyways. If you do it correctly, multiple rocks get stacked on each other and is required to avoid too many rocks covering the arena. After they are placed, you hide behind them for an explosion and leave through the small exit you made in the start to avoid potentially getting caged in later during the fight. The second mechanic is way easier to explain because all you have to do is just run away from the electricity. You can run from one corner to the other constantly and you should be good. You can also run around the boss, and that way you will get a gap on the electricity and sometimes can get some attacks in. When the Leviathan reaches 50% HP, a small tornado spawns that moves one tile at a time towards you for the rest of the fight. If it reaches you, it deals roughly 45 damage and then respawns in the same location it initially spawned in. So try to remember where it spawned just so you know where to avoid if you do get hit, and then simply avoid it at all costs. We have another Whisper moment on our hands. We ran out of stamina and I'm going to die because of it. And I'm bringing 1 stamina potion, but I guess I should just bring 2. I'm gonna be honest, I've messed up the rocks absolutely horrendously. They are covering the entire arena at this point pretty much, but this is attempt number 8 and we're already getting to the enrage phase. Well, I say that, but as long as I don't die here, which I might actually do, but on 20%... Okay, well, we did not reach the enrage phase, but if I just hit it like one more time, we're in the last phase. I think I placed all the rocks in the correct spots now, so we are fine, I think, to go into the enrage phase, 22%. I'm not sure if this hit is going to bring me into the enrage phase. Oh, it is, and I'm in the wrong spot. I did not know it was going to spawn over there. I'm definitely going to die here. Okay, well, that was quick. I know the enrage phase is the hard part, but 9 attempts, 12%, not bad. It's so crazy how fast it is. I don't even have time to react, I feel like. And I got hit by the tornado as well for like half my HP. The last phase is so insanely intense that I could not really commentate, honestly, over most of them. So if you see a lot of clips here with post-commentary or it's just music playing, it's because it is literally so extremely intense that you can't focus on anything except prayer switching. But after only 13 attempts, I actually got the boss to 3%. And I was going into this grind expecting to use at least like 80 orbs, but it's not looking that way. But as it turns out, that last attempt might have been a bit of a fluke because after that, I did not have a good time in the final phase. No, 6%! It's not even a personal best, but so close. When you enter the final phase of the boss, it actually throws down a bunch of rocks across the arena, and these are completely random as far as I know. It's possible they are not, but this can happen if you get unlucky. Are you kidding me? 4 rocks spawned in front of the boss, which blocked my line of sight? And I get meleeed for 82. Okay, well, okay, I'll just accept it, I guess. That's crazy. No, 2%, 0%! What? Okay, that is just ridiculous. We're back to the 0% HP wipes again. No! Melee hit! Come on! Okay, and tornado at the same time. Stacked out. 5%. I have honestly died like 30 times now to the final phase. I get there every time at least, so the first phase is easy at this point. The final phase is just so insane. No! No! 0% again. I just messed up one flick, one single flick, and I had it. I actually did have an ungodly amount of 0, 5%, 3% HP wipes, and I was getting absolutely demoralized. But you know what? Not this time. Come on, 1%! That's it! Woo! We have done it! All the awakened bosses are defeated. I have the highest heart rate now. It's insane. We have the ancient blood ornament kit. The fight is very long, like 7 minutes, and I always get to the final phase because the first phase is kind of easy. So we definitely spent the most time here, but not the most orbs. I only used 51 orbs for the awakened Leviathan, which honestly I'm pretty proud of. To actually make the Blood Torva set, you need 20,000 blood runes for every piece, along with, of course, the blood ornament kit. So let's go ahead and use this on every single piece and make the Blood Torva. This is so satisfying. After such a long grind, we are finally done with all the 3 hard challenges in old school RuneScape. And that's the last piece. Let's go ahead and equip everything. The beautiful Blood Torva with the Blood Amulet of Fury, Primordial Boots, and the Infernal Cape. God, I look so good. To get this Blood Torva, it costed me 164 orbs and 130 deaths, as I did teleport out sometimes. And with an orb cost of roughly 134 million and death costs over 65 million GP, this Blood Torva cost me, without even counting in the supplies I used, roughly 200 million GP. But I thoroughly enjoyed the grind, and having this amazing looking set of gear was absolutely worth it. Before I wrap up the video, I want to say that the main reason why I did all of these challenges was twofold. First off, I wanted to prove to myself that if I put my mind to something, I can achieve anything, even if that something is out of my comfort zone. And the second reason was to inspire you guys to do the same. I know that a lot of challenges can seem intimidating if you're more of a casual player, skiller, or just enjoy more chill content. And I get it, because most of the time in RuneScape I am the same way. But really diving deep into high-level PVMing and accepting from the beginning that it will take some time to learn, and that it's okay that it takes some time, was honestly one of the most fun experiences I've had in RuneScape. So this is me trying to encourage you guys to give it a go yourself. You never know, you might just love it. This video obviously took a very long time to make, both in gameplay and editing, so if you guys would like to show your support, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. But until next time guys, take care.